Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. How's everybody today? How is everybody today? I hope your Sunday is a blessed and joyful one. So, not gonna be on here too long. Was just got StreamYard, and StreamYard has done some really good things with they've improved it much better. It's a little more expensive, but it sure is worth worth the effort. I see there's one person, you know, so I'll give another person a chance to come in, and then I will tell you something that I saw, a little something that I heard on the internet this morning, you know. So, like I said, I give one person a chance to come up. Everybody can come up. This is not a recording. I did a recording earlier, and I'll give it another 3 minutes to see if anybody wants to come up and wants to comment on anything. And I'm going to say this before I start. Anybody is welcome to come up and make a comment, but there will be no name calling, no bashing, and no asking questions why. Because I'm going to tell you the answer. If you ask me why I did this, why I said that, you know why I did it. And you know why I said it? Because I want to, because I can, because it's my platform. So that answers your question before you come. Other than that, we can have a nice time. Because I was going to talk about information, like misinformation. But I did see something, and this is a prime example of what I was talking about. When I saw someone, and most people know who it is, because she's always doing some kind of scheme and stuff. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What I was talking about is people coming on the internet spreading misinformation. This is not the time to honestly be doing anything and saying anything that is not just right, and going online teaching people how to scheme the government. Nah, this is not the right time, because we living in bad times right now for everybody, because now they've had leaks and people aren't paying attention, but they're paying attention to a lot of things that are misinformation, and it's wrong because, for example, I saw a short video where they said that this person said they returned earphones, not earphones, the cuffs, the part that covers your ear, that Apple takes them back, and they were dirty, and she made some kind of little crazy remark like she always do. And I'm here to tell you, first of all, don't believe everything people say on the internet. I don't care what it is. It is not, Apple does not take back dirty ear covers. No, it does not take back dirty ear covers. You can replace them, but you have to pay for them. You buy for the cover. So you they buy you have to buy everything. Apple only will give you things if you get damaged. Like, say if you bought the headphones and the headphones were cracked, the part that goes over your head is cracked, and within a certain amount of time, they um within a limited amount of time, if it did that, then they would replace that. But they're not going to replace no dirty earphones. That's up to you. That's up to you to, to keep your earphones the way they should be. So if people, you know, they don't buy into the hype. That's what I'm telling you. Don't buy into the hype, because Apple will not take back dirty items because you messed it up. No, they ain't doing that. Nope. So I'm just saying that you should be aware of that. And not only with this situation, you should watch, even though it's on, even though it is on the, even though it is on YouTube or whatever stream, wherever you get whatever you stream, TikTok or like that, pay attention to things that pay attention, and if they don't sound right, don't repeat them. Don't go up there and try to get these things that you aren't supposed to be getting, and listening to people say different things. Oh, you can do this, you can do that. They'll teach you how to scam, to get CPS, to get, to all the little stuff. All the little things. But anyway, that's what, I'm saying to you. And in the news, things that's going on in the world, the things that we should be involved with, we're not. So, those are the things that we should be. And I'm just on here speaking about that because I've been off of StreamYard for so long that there's some new features on here, and I have to try them out. And I figured I would do them, with my with my with the new figures, because I'm pretty good about figuring out stuff. At least I try to be. At least I think I am. Let me put it that way. I think I'm pretty good with it. So, but anyway, that's what I came on here to say. And I came on here to, like I say, test out the new things that Apple got going on. So they got going on. So I won't be on here too much longer with this one. I'm working on something for people who follow me in my channel. I'm working on doing I haven't decided how many parts I want to make it, so it'll be done in parts. But it's my journey from trauma to healing. And I was thinking about 4 parts, 3 parts, And hopefully, maybe I can do it in 2 parts, but it all won't be done at one time. So I'm just, oh, excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. I'm just working on that and just putting this stuff out here because I surely want to, I really want to, I really want to, share the stream because looking at people, listening to people's processes, I had a very good, very, very good channel, a childhood. Very, very good childhood. No, you'll see. No, mother, father, mother and father married for 50 years, the wedding vows till death do us part, and all like that. But it was a journey to get to that. And in the journey, I will say this, in the journey, it's my parents' journey, their childhood trauma came into play. People don't realize that when they are traumatized, when they have childhood trauma that they can't let go of, it affects the children. It affects some children good. They're nurtured through it. And then again, some children never get on it. They never let go of their childhood trauma. And they never, ever, their parents never let go of it, and it interferes with their childhood. But I want people, when I finish this, and this is why it's taken me so long, is that when I finish this little thing I got, some say it's a documentary. I won't say it's a documentary, but it's just hopefully anybody who reads it and who has gone through childhood trauma or have been children of people who have gone through childhood trauma to know that they can be healed. There is a healing in it, and there is the trauma, but you can be healed from it and have a happy, nurturing, successful life. That's what I want people to know, to learn from it. I want people to learn that from it. So it's good. And hopefully that is what they'll take away from it. They'll take away from it when they see it. And then I have other things I want, to do. Other things I want to do with it, I'm learning the studio again because, like I said, when I first went on to StreamYard, they didn't have as much ways to present things, and I'm just learning, and I'm a hands-on person. I can read and read and read, and I comprehend really well what I read. But if I don't do it, I cannot understand it. So please bear with me. This is why I'm doing these little snippets. Excuse me, these little snippets that I'm doing because I'm trying to get it perfect. So when I do finish my little piece, a blog. I'll say a blog. When I finish my blog, it will be, people will, hopefully people will like it and people will learn from it. and those things. So, oh, excuse me. You know, this is what my goal is, and I intend to put out different things. I'm going to do a lot of what I was doing on StreamYard anyway. When I first had my StreamYard account, I'm going to do a lot of things that are going on because we're heading uh, this November. This November election cycle will mostly off. There's a name for it, but anyway, this is not a midterm election. It will be like governor's races in New York, New Jersey, different areas. So I'll be speaking on stuff like that, and people be showcasing people on my stream who are presenting a case on why people should vote, why it's really important that we vote this time. And I'll be honest, I was guilty myself of not voting for the midterm elections. I really was. Never voted in a midterm. And I had a friend who told me, he said once, the presidential election is not the most important election. He's always said it was the local elections, the governor's races, for the councilmen, the different things that come up. And I was like, okay, halfway. Yeah, I didn't really believe it. But I've learned with Donald Trump, if you notice, they're gerrymandering. And I never fully understood what gerrymandering was about. Nope, I never really understand it. So, I never understanding, but I've been paying attention to it because I've been listening to the politicians. Some say it's good, some say it's bad, and, I've been listening to a lot of it. So, I've learned that gerrymandering is basically done so that Republicans can stay, can stay in power. They want to stay in power. They will redistrict things so that an example, I have to give you an example hopefully to let you understand what gerrymandering is, because like I said before, I didn't understand it until I really started paying attention. If you live, like the city I live in now, has always gone Democratic, heavily African American, Hispanic population. So we're the population, Hispanic and black population, generally vote Democratic. Most of us vote Democratic. But if they gerrymandered it, it's a way they can do it that they will take officials that we like. The black vote won't count. That's what it all boils down to, is that they don't want the black vote to count in my area because Hispanics and black basically vote Democratic. So they're trying their best to hang on to power and things like this. These are the things we should be paying attention to. Yes, those are the things that we should be paying attention to. And I'm not going to go into it too much more. But, other things like foundationally Black American. And if you've ever seen I don't know what they call it. I forgot what they call it, but you'll see a black person, they'll say, I'm an FBA. What they're saying is we're foundationally Black Americans. Well, they're saying don't vote for the Democrats. Don't vote for anybody. But if you don't vote for the Democrats, whoever they choose at this point, you're giving a vote to Trump, because the least votes that the Democrat gets, that vote is going, because Donald Trump's people are going to vote, that vote is going to Donald Trump. So if you have no intentions of voting for Donald Trump and you don't vote at all, you have just given your vote to Donald Trump. And that's another thing. Beware of false leaders, black people who are gung-ho black, like FBA is foundationally Black American. We're all foundationally Black American because we're here. But that's not the issue. You preach not voting. They preach about getting reparations. The Republican Party is definitely not going to give black people any reparations at all, because a memo of some sort was found, and it revealed that Trump has asked I cannot say this word. It begins with ET. It's an African country. And he has asked them to take American prisoners, which is black prisoners. They are going around getting rid of black people. In Chicago, they have done a raid on a building which was 95% black, saying that they had a warrant for 5 people. And they went in, from my understanding, they didn't even get the 5 people that they were looking for. They didn't get the 5 people that they were looking in. Now, you go in a 95% black occupied building, which is 95%, and what they're saying, and from what I've read and what I believe happened, is the landlord of that building had violations, and he's going to evict all of the people. And I think he used ICE. He used the troops to get them all out without going to court. So black people, be careful. Be careful what you do with these elections and get Donald Trump out. Because we can always get rid of the Republicans, because you can vote them out. You can get with the Democrats, because I'm a Democrat, but I'm not that happy with how they handled this situation, because they let Donald Trump get too far. He got too far, just did everything. And what people really don't know is Donald Trump, whether the MAGA people want to admit it or not, and Donald Trump has dementia. Stephen Miller, the one we call the little Hitler, he's running the country, and he's racist to the point of he don't care, and he's a gentleman Jewish. He's a gentleman of Jewish descent, so with immigrant parents, and just black people, especially black MAGA people, black people, FBAs and stuff. Y'all better come together, because they are definitely coming after black people too. And I have said this over and over again to black people. You When they were getting mass deportation, oh, he's going to get rid of the Hispanics. I want them gone. They just taking jobs and stuff. First of all, have you seen the work that Hispanic people do? The farm workers, the farmers, and the fruit and vegetable workers. Our ancestors, our black ancestors did not march, die in the civil rights movement. Some were lynched, some were killed, some whatever. Our grandparents and fathers and mothers did not go through segregation and live through the Jim Crow era to get us for a place in school where we could go to school and get to where we are. Every time black Americans come up and start living a decent life, we don't live in shacks anymore. Black people who live down south live in nice homes. They don't live in shacks. I've seen people, I've had people in my family and have visited people who lived in those shacks, who were sharecroppers. I've known people, I've been in the South. I was born at the end of it, but I saw some of the remnants of it when I went down south on a train, got off the train and ran through the front door and went to the water fountain. And the sign was there, white, I've seen it, white fountain, colored fountain. I was taken out. My mother took me back out the door and made me go to a back door. And she said, do not leave my side. Do not go anywhere unless I tell you to. So I've seen a little bit of it. I was born and raised in the North, and I've always lived and I've always gone to good schools, predominantly white schools. I've never gone to an all-black school. Until I went to college, that's when I had a lot of black friends in school. I had black friends, but I didn't have a lot of black friends in school because myself and 3 other girls, there were girls, and there were actually 2, when I went, there were actually 2 brothers who went to school, in high school. So myself, it was just six black people in school. So yeah, so we that was that. So it's a lot on this table and a lot of things I'm going to start bringing. I'll be doing it for the next November, December. This is October, November, December, for the next 15 months. For the next 15 months, I'm going to be bringing a lot of stuff to let everybody see. We can't force you to, but hopefully the stuff I bring out and put forth, you will look at it and understand what's at stake. Because, it's going to be very, very, it's going to be tit for tat with this thing. Donald Trump is using the FBI. The Supreme Court is crooked. And I saw an article which I'm going to present once I learn how to, get the hang of this really good. I'm going to start putting these things out like I did before, where people can listen to it and hopefully make the correct decision. Donald Trump needs to be stopped. And the midterm election, electing Democrats and giving Democrats the majority to the House and to the Senate is the only way we're going to get Donald Trump out of office and block this racist agenda that he is doing. You know, I'm going to end this stream now, but believe me, I will be back with it, with more on these items. And remember, this is one more thing I need to say. Trump and MAGA and Stephen Miller, who is Donald Trump's assistant, they are trying to start a civil war. Please, black people, whatever you do, even Hispanic people, don't allow Trump to start a civil war. He wants to start a civil war so he can declare martial law, which he will never relinquish power. We gotta stick together. Us minorities need to stick together to get rid of Donald Trump and all these MAGA people. And and the Supreme Court is corrupt. Clarence Thomas, Alito, Gorsuch, and the rest of them, and much to my surprise, even John Roberts. I thought that Chief Justice Roberts was a different kind of person, and he is a different kind of person, but he's not the person I thought he would be. And with that, I'll end. And until the next time, have a good day, everyone.